So I need my brush. I need to, if I'm gonna like start wearing makeup again consistently, which I say that in this moment that I am gonna do that, but no, good and dang well, I'm not gonna consistently put on makeup every single day. It took me too long to do this. Anyways, I say all that to say, if I'm gonna start wearing makeup more often, I'm gonna need to bring my brushes with me or something because well, and then also, I said a while ago that I was going to stop wearing liquid and just do the powder, but today, for some reason, I decided to do both. And that liquid ate that powder up like it's not even there. And it's hot as hell. And I decided on my lunch break that I was going to go wash my car and then get a, and then get it, and then vacuum it myself. And it's 100, no, it's 92 degrees hot. And so, like, why would I decide to do all of this when I have makeup on? Of all the times that I could have gone and done this while I was raggedy, I didn't. And then I get dressed and I want to go do all the shit. Anyways, I'm going to need to carry brushes with me. Whew, that's better, girl. Because it's like foundation, oil, sweat. It was cute this morning. Like my lip. My lip is not sweating, it's just greasy. I've never had that before. Or is it sweating? I don't know. It's just oily, I guess. I haven't worn makeup in a while, so I don't know what's actually happening. But I don't like it, so I'm going to go back to wearing just powder. Whew. But I have a meeting tonight at a place that I've been wanting to go to, so. But that doesn't matter because I still am needing to go home. Maybe it is sweat because my body is sweating. I'm still needing to go home and get my laptop before I go to this meeting, so I don't know why I did all of that. And I just turned the air off because I'm on this video. I had a whole thing that I wanted to say to y'all today, but because I have to go back to the office already, I used up all my time to like give my car some attention. We'll get into that later. But anyways, just wanted to say, hey, I'll be back with y'all. It's Thursday, August 31st. And I've been struggling a little bit with here lately, recently, like very recently, like the last couple weeks. I've been struggling with like a different type of loneliness, but like I won't even say loneliness. I mean there are levels to it, right? We know that. And what I mean specifically by like levels to loneliness or like different types, there's like love life loneliness, there's like just loneliness out in the world, there's friendship loneliness, there's, and then, you know, like I feel like the only one in my job or the only one in my circumstance or the only one blah blah blah. There are different like levels to it in that regard. And thus far I have felt loneliness in my love life. That's, I mean, to be expected. I figured that I was going to go through ebbs and flows of romantic loneliness. And I've also been experiencing thus far like life loneliness, or I don't know what you call it. Which is crazy because at the same time, I know that a lot of other people are going through the same thing and having some of the same thoughts that I'm having. But where I'm confused at is like, okay, if you're struggling too, like financially, how the fuck are you still going on trips to Dubai? You have 15 jobs. Okay, cool. So is that like smart? Like having 15 jobs so that you can keep going on trips to like this place and that and experiences. Maybe it is. Maybe that's part of your mental health. Maybe that's keeping you from like totally taking yourself out, is like going on trips. Maybe that's what's important to you. And I guess now that I'm saying it out loud, I need to figure out no, I don't. I already know what's important to me. I would have 15 jobs for my goal, which isn't fun. So that's my own problem. Never mind. Scratch that out. Blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about that another time, I guess. But what I wanted to like touch on today is that, and I've been wanting to touch on this, I've just been so busy and really in my head and really in my heart about like my friends. And how much of a hole I've dug myself into as far as like my relationships, friendships. This is the worst that it's ever been in my entire life. Like I've always been a really, really shy, introverted person, but even throughout my whole like childhood, youth, teenage years, young adult, whatever, even throughout all of this time of me being like deathly afraid of people and shy, I've always had like a cool little girl group, like friends, like good friends. And so now it just feels like like it's just real quiet. And I knew that this was going to happen. I mentioned that before. Like I knew that I was going to start losing people at some point. Like I knew that. I felt that. I knew that I was going to start losing people because I have not been putting any effort into anybody else. And like I know that it sounds terrible saying it out loud. It feels terrible. And I know I don't really believe in excuses, but there are reasons, right? I have my reasons why I have not put in any work or effort into my friendships. It's not because I don't love them. It's not because I don't care about them. It's been because like I haven't had the capacity. I haven't had the space in my heart or in my mind to like put that out there. Like friendships take work just like relationships do. I know that. And I need everybody else to remember that also. It's a two-way street. And I try to do my best by responding at least via text message. Like if a friend reaches out to me and it's just like, hey, just checking on you, blah, 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 I will do my very best to respond and engage and inquire about them and what's going on in their lives. I'm not the best at initiating those check-in messages. I'm definitely not the one to do a check-in call. I hate talking on the phone. I really do. It takes up so much time. And because time right now is my most valuable, like it's like my one thing that I really, really, really just can't play with, aside from the little money that I don't have, time is so valuable to me in every way. So Like, I'm not going to get on the phone and like talk to you for hours. And if I do, it's either because like we just need each other, we need to get it out, and we haven't talked for months, or you've trapped me in some way and I'm feeling really like outside of myself and resentful and irritated that I've been trapped on the phone with you for hours. And so, like, the ones closest to me know that I'm not the one to talk on the phone. Like, I just am not. Because you're demanding my time and my attention, and I don't have it. I love you, but I don't have it. Because at any given time that you're calling me, I'm either at work at my main job, or I'm at home trying to focus on my second job, or I'm driving on the road to Irvine or back, and chances are the call is going to be dropped anyways, or I'm dealing with family stuff, or I'm not doing anything, which is extremely rare. If I'm not doing anything, I don't choose to like engage with people. Like, when I have time to myself, I'm not choosing to seek out time with other people. I want to rest. I want to turn my mind off. I want to catch up on entertainment. I want to spend time with me. I want to take care of my plants. I want to just, that is like my self-care. That is my unwinding. I don't necessarily want to like spend time with friends. And that sounds terrible, but that's the truth. It's the truth. And spending time with friends means at the very minimum, bar minimum, right? I'm either going over to their house to sit and talk and watch them, or they're coming over to my place to sit and talk and talk. I mean, there's not much going on at my place. So, I mean, that's all that it is. And it's like, I don't necessarily want to do that. Like, if I'm going to sit up in a house somewhere, I'd rather just sit up at mine. And it's not fair. Well, fuck that. It is. It's fine. It's fair. Nobody ever comes to me. Nobody ever comes to me. And maybe it's because I don't invite people. Is that why? Nobody has ever come to me. Maybe that's my own problem. Saying all this stuff out loud is just making me think like it's me. I'm the problem. And I know that I am, but I was just like, okay, write that down. Like, I don't invite people over. Why? Bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. I don't invite people over because everybody else has a house. I have an apartment, a small ass apartment. I love my apartment, but that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody else loves to sit up in apartments, small ass apartments, when they have whole ass 3-bedroom ass homes. So there's an insecurity, and there's like an assumption that goes under that category. I don't invite people over because everybody else in my life has a home and I have an apartment, and it just seems like everybody would be uncomfortable sitting up in my apartment and like bored. So that's one reason. Another thing is that, okay, so I wouldn't necessarily want to go over and sit in someone else's house where they have full-on families and dogs and da-da-da. Like, that's not fun for me. I don't want to do that. And I don't necessarily want to talk the whole time about all the sad and disappointment in my life. Like, I don't want to do that for hours. And I know that I've done it before. But we were also drinking. I'm not drinking right now. I don't have any extra money to go out drinking or bar hopping, but I'm not drinking right now anyways, even if I did. I don't have the extra money to go out to eat all the time. Like, I'm just not doing anything. And what I'm trying to get at is I have seemingly lost all of my friends all at the same time. I knew that some of them were going to drop off. I didn't realize that a lot of them, majority of them, were going to drop off all at the same time. And I don't know what it was about last week. I don't know. But last week sucked. It was like right after I had therapy, and I kind of had like a basic ass session. I was just like, things aren't like great, like nothing great happened, but things aren't terrible, like just an okay session, just catching up. As soon as I had that, then like literally I start getting messages from friends, like different friends on different parts of the country. After that, I received messages from friends who basically were calling me out and and telling me how I was not, how do I want to say it? How I was not, I don't want to use the word adequate enough, but basically like how I was not feeling like not being a good friend, basically. How I'm, what was the word that was used? Flakiness, which, what a like stab to my ego to be called flaky. That fucking sucked, and that like hurt. Not because, again, like not because not because it's not true, but in fact because I know that there is some truth to that person's feelings, and I already was afraid that this was going to happen. I just didn't expect for it to be on that random day after my therapy session went well. To be called flaky and to just be basically blatantly called out about how I've not been a good friend. It hurt. And it hurt to sit there and take that. And I did, and it really upset me, and I cried for a good hour or longer. And I accepted that, or like I took accountability, maybe not accepted, but I took accountability for it. And I was grateful that that person had the courage to come out and say something. I mean, technically that's the kind of people that I would want in my life are those that are going to say something if something's wrong rather than just disappear like everybody else does. But it still sucked. But this is like growth. This is how people like grow. After I like set my ego aside and like my hurt feelings aside, I thought about it, and I've been thinking about it ever since, and it's been a couple weeks now, but I responded with, so here's what it is basically. And I know I'm rambling. Like I've been thinking exactly of how, like what I wanted to say and like how I was going to do this video. And as soon as I hit record, like I just can't get my shit together and just spit it the fuck out. Not just from this one particular friend, but from majority of people. It's like everybody's basically mad at me for not telling them how they could be a part of what's going on in my life. Like they're upset with me. And I also think that they think something else is going on that I'm not like I'm purposely not choosing them, like I'm purposely not including them on. And they just don't know, because I don't, like, it's so uncomfortable for me to come out of nowhere and text everybody and be like, oh, this is how shitty my day is. Like, my life is not the best right now. It's not. Like, it's not the worst. It could be worse. I have everything that I need. I'm safe, and I have more than what I need. It's just not how everybody else is living right now. What I mean by that is I wake up, I go to work, I come home, I work, and check in with family, maybe, depending on what's going on. Or by the time I'm done with work, I go to sleep. Depending on what day it is, I get up, I drive to California, I drive back, I go to sleep. The next day, I wake up, I go to work, then I come home and I work some more. Like, there isn't shit going on that you guys are missing out on. I'm not secretly like kicking it on the weekends or going to happy hours after work and not choosing to hit you up. That's not what's going on. Just to set the record straight. And I'm not saying that anybody thinks that, but it kind of feels like everybody else has this like FOMO, and I'm like, you're not fucking missing anything. Like, nothing's going on in my life, and I don't want to be, I never wanted to be that friend who just always had bullshit going on in their life and always crying to everybody. Like, I don't care what people say, like, oh, I support you, I just want to be there for you. I don't care what you say. One too many times of me calling, crying, bitching, moaning about a failed cycle, or about a disappointment, or how I fucking hate my job, or how like my heart's broken, or how somebody dumped me. One too many of those, and you're gonna not want to be around me. And not just me, anybody. Like, people can only take so much of that. I know that for a fact. So I'm trying to hold on to my relationships by not just like spewing all that is going on with me. I don't have very much like fun, exciting, new, adventurous things to like bring up or like bring to the conversation. I don't. It's getting hot, so, and I don't want to go back to work super sweaty. I don't want to be that person. Sorry, it's loud. Anyways. What I'm trying to say is that, like, I really just wish, like, what would help me the most, like, when you ask me, like, how you could be there for me, how you could support me, like, what you can do to help, what would help me the most is for you to not only understand, like, what I'm going through and, like, what my life is like right now, but be understanding and be patient. Please. I don't know how to, like, I don't know what to tell you, like, as far as like how you can help me. I don't know how you can help me. I don't know. Or, like, I do know, but it's like, you're not going to do that. Buy me some sperm. Pay for a medical bill. Pay for any other bill so that I could pay for the medical bill. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, those are the things that I need help with. I'm, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what people fucking expect. I don't know what they want from me. I don't know. But I can tell you that, like, they're mad at me for not telling them, like, everything that's going on in my life. And I'm just saying that it feels weird to give negative, sad, depressing play-by-plays about what's going on. Whether it's with IVF or, like, in my life or just whatever. Like, nothing's going on. I'm not out here shopping. I didn't go to Home Goods and I didn't find, like, this really amazing candle. I didn't go to such and such place over the weekend. I didn't, like, Like, maybe I started a new show, maybe, but I don't really have time for that. Like, I don't fucking know. But it's depressing, it's really difficult, and people say that they just want to know what's going on to, like, understand, and, like, I'll tell you, I'll vent to you about what's going on, and what are you going to say? Oh, I'm so sorry, that's a lot, that's rough. I know, I'm going through it. It's like people are like asking to be let in, but they don't know what to do when they get in. They don't know what to say or what to think. People get really awkward and uncomfortable around stuff like IVF and depression, anxiety, breakups. I don't know what you want from me. I don't have anything to give, which is why I've tried to keep my distance. I don't want to sit here and cry on your lap every fucking day. That's not helpful for me to move on. I don't want to cry to you for you to be completely emotionally unavailable and to tell me that I'll be okay or that I'll get over it, because I already fucking know that. I know that for myself, and I'm doing it. That's exactly what I'm doing it. At the end of the day, I'm the only one that is going to, like, figure it out for myself and, like, be okay and keep going. Nobody else is. And this might be something that other people need, but, like, I don't need you to sit with me. I don't need you to, like, ride with me there and back. I'm just saying that I don't know how to help, and if I knew, I would speak up. I would. I'm asking you to not, like, shit on me because I'm not the way that you think I should be, or the way I'm not responding the way that you want me to. And I know that I can't be there for you and, like, be a good friend and go out with you, or, like, whatever it is that you need out of a friend. But I, like, when I tell you that I'm, like, only you, like, if you have shit going on, only you are going to be the one to get yourself out of it, right? That's like a given. That's the same thing for everybody. That's what I'm doing. I have shit going on and I'm working through it. God. Like, I have different friends for different reasons. I have one friend who is that person that I could just cry to and get it out, and, like, they know what to say or they know how to comfort me. I have other friends where I know that I can't fucking do that with, because it'll only make me feel worse, because they're not emotional at all. They're not personal at all. And maybe I can go to them for, I don't know, something else. Like, my friends have helped me in different areas just by being them. That's all I need from you, is to just be you and to just keep supporting me and keep loving me. But they've all kind of, like, disappeared all at once. Like I said, everybody has been acting so fucking weird. And, like, I do my best. I try to let everybody know that they mean so much to me. Like, I say those words because you never know. Like, the next day is not promised to you. And I just want them to know that it, like, I do care. I just have a lot going on. And even me pouring my heart out to some of my friends, I was ignored, or it wasn't like received in the way that I thought, or just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I'm so emotional. It just sucks to like and then like I'm so close again to another. I'm so close to my second transfer, and it's like everybody's dropping off right now when I'm like so close to the end. And I know I said that before the last transfer, that I was so close, and I am, even though I'm having to do this part again. I am so close. I'm sad that I'm losing my people. I'm sad that things have changed so much. I'm sad that I've changed so much. Yeah, and I've had a bit of a little bit of an identity crisis for the past several years. Like, I've changed so much. Life has really like chewed me the fuck up and spit me out in so many different ways. It sucks. And I hate that about me. And I look forward to finding out this new version of me and like loving on her and standing firm in who she is now. But she's changing and has been for several years now. I feel like I don't even like to look at pictures of myself from before because I don't recognize me. It was a different person that I loved, and she's gone. It feels like I died. And that's just crazy because it's like when I was going through like my breakup, I felt like while I was going through it, I felt like my ex had just died, and I didn't know who this person was. Like, this presence was around me at the time when we were still living together. I didn't know who the person was. It just felt like a death. And so that was kind of like another thing that I was grieving while I was grieving the first failed transfer at that time. I hadn't really gotten all the way through that before this fucking happened. And then further into the breakup, I took a step outside of myself, and I'm like, who is this person right now, standing here right now? And I realized that the person that I used to be also died, and I didn't know it. I didn't know until she had been gone for so long, and I'm like, who is this, you know? And I think, honestly, that has been one of the hardest things to deal with, is just changing so much in a short amount of time. And not in a way that I'm excited about or happy. I'm grateful for still being on this earth, but like I don't like my life right now. I'm just what they call it, surviving versus living. I'm just surviving until I can get to the next stable post. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. I wanted to get on here and talk about like friendships and like how difficult it is to maintain and build new friendships while you're going through IVF. But it's not just IVF. It's been the past 3 or 4 years. I feel like I've never asked for much, if anything, but to feel like I'm in the wrong somehow fucking sucks, because even though I don't express what exactly I'm going through, it's like, you know what I'm going through, which is a lot. So, like, the audacity to tell me that I'm flaky. Yes, I'm flaky. You sent me a text, or maybe I sent you a text, and something else the fuck happened. Because I'm always multitasking. I'm always serving everybody else. I forgot. Oh my gosh, how was your lunch? Did you have a good lunch? What'd you do? Like, where'd you go? Oh, I mean, it was fine. It was pretty good. I didn't eat. I just drove to the park and cried in my car. How was yours? I don't know why I was so fucking emotional earlier this afternoon. I don't know. I could always blame it on hormones. I mean, I am on estrogen, getting more estrogen than I normally have in my body. But I Googled it, and supposedly higher levels of estrogen are supposed to make you happier and like less depressed. I beg to differ. I hate hormones. Like, they don't need to be high or low. Or like, I don't care if they're high or low, but the fluctuation in them can suck it. So, I don't know. I could blame it on that. I could blame it on, like, I'm just not okay. I could blame it on, uh, like, I don't need a fucking reason to be like sad and like and be like upset and like cry. Like, I'm always looking for an explanation, a reason, like why I cried. I just cried, you know? I'm just upset, and I like have a right to be. Shit's hard and people suck and they don't understand, you know? That's allowed and normal, actually, I think. Um so yeah, it's fine. I'm just glad to be back home. Glad to be back home. I just took a little break and ate, because I didn't eat lunch, so I was hungry. I had breakfast really, really late. I did not eat lunch on my lunch. And so I ate lunch for dinner. I eat dinner kind of early, usually by the time I get home. Definitely before or by like 5 o'clock. And then so I ate. I feel better. I'm full. I probably shouldn't have ate so much pasta, but I feel better. I'm happy. And what else? Oh, so I'm just like, I'm done scrolling, and I need to get logged on to my second job right now and do some work for a few hours. It's 5 o'clock on the dot. It's 5 o'clock, so I'll probably work until like 8, and then cut the shit off and like binge watch something. Maybe do some editing. I have like hella videos I need to put out. So I'm gonna do that. I'm not going to, like, I'm gonna come back, be right with y'all, and like actually articulate my feelings about friends and relationships in a better way than I did earlier. But right now, since it's 5 o'clock on the dot, let me be focused and do second job work for 3 hours, not distracted. No 1, 2, 3 hour calls from anybody. And let me do work. And then by the time it's 8 o'clock, I get to kick the fuck back, relax, get ready for my trip tomorrow, which I can wake up regular time because I don't have to be there until like 1:40. So, girl, I'm chilling. I'm not stressed or pressed. It is what the fuck it is at this point. I'm ready to get this baby and me so that I can start baking. I'm ready to start baking so I can just move on. That's all I'm trying to do is move the fuck on. I'm ready. So, yeah, I said I was gonna do what I was gonna do, and I'm gonna do it right now. Okay, glasses on, work, open laptop. See y'all later. I'm not entirely sure where the hell this storm came from, but hello. I don't know how I'm gonna sleep. The tower is moving. Kind of sort of prepared for this. I already have my furniture inside. Um, what's her face downstairs? Her egg chair keeps hitting the wall. So that's another thing. Like, how am I supposed to sleep? Moved my new rug. Well, I got another new rug. I didn't tell you guys, but I moved my new rugs inside from the front door. There's nothing out there to be breaking, so that's that. The tower is shaking though, and this wind is scary. I'm gonna have to take me some melatonin or something. Um, this is crazy. You know I don't like wind. You know I don't like wind. These windows, girl, I don't like the wind. My air vent is going crazy. I should have been knocked out. No, because it would have woke me up and I would have been scared. Well, it's not raining yet. It's just wind. This is part of monsoon season. But it's scary. The only thing I'm worried about are my cactus outside, my cacti. I don't want them to blow over. I don't want the pot to blow over and like break or anything. And they're at risk because I haven't watered them. They're dry. So they're not, I don't know if they're going to hold their weight. I want them to. I also don't want to go out there and like move them. I know that's like, well, then you ask them for something to happen if you're not willing to go out there and save them. Touche. I'm hoping and praying that they hang in there until the wind at least passes and it starts raining. I don't want to have to go out there and get them, but I don't want them to fall over and snap. Ooh, lightning. Nope. See? It's about to rain. Oh, shit. Did you hear that thunder? I'm not sleeping tonight, which sucks because I need to get up and move tomorrow. Oh boy. But this is what I've been asking for. And then when I get it, I want to act all scared. Bruh, no sleep. It sounds like these windows are always gonna come in. lightning is real close. Oh, I don't like it. And the problem is that the wind is blowing northwest, so it's hitting this window, this big window over here. Oh, being on the corner is cute till it's not. What an experience. The trippiest part is that when I sit still, I can feel the tower shaking, which I hate.